I don't care, I'm selling tea tonight. A little extra never hurt nobody. Think it's a joke, call it a scam. The doll is making money selling TLC, ma'am. For those of you guys out there who could use a little extra cash, don't sleep on this opportunity to join the funky bunch. People lie, numbers don't. I've been selling products now for 5 days, and you can see on the screen how much money I've made. Individual results will vary, but the moral of the story is you can make something. A little extra never hurt nobody. Press the link at below for more details. Jennifer Williams people. Ooh, child. Jennifer ass is in danger, honey. In the words of Whoopi Goldberg from Ghost, Molly, you in danger, girl. Cause if Evelyn wasn't gonna kick your ass on that damn show last time y'all was together, after your ex-boyfriend who you accused of stealing your Range Rover released these text messages, she damn sure gonna kick your ass now. Y'all wanna hear about it? Here it goes. Nessa, girl, I was sitting on my sofa minding my business like I always do, and somebody was blowing me up on my DM talking about, Dineva, you didn't talk about this Jennifer Williams stolen Range Rover situation. And without me doing any investigation, I was like thinking to myself, you know, what that happened? She took her shit to a dealership or to a car wash or something and her shit came up missing. They talking about an Atlanta con man conned her out of her Range Rover, and shit like this happen in Atlanta all the time. So I'm sitting here thinking, you know, she done took her shit to a janky service person or whatever, and they pulled a Phaedra and Apollo on her shit. Lo and behold, come to find out, the person who got her Range Rover was her ex-boyfriend by the name of Aaron Nichols, right? So here it is, Jennifer trying to spray this man all in the press, accusing him of being a con artist, and he came out with the receipts. And the receipts make Jennifer look very deceitful, hateful, and this is not going to end well with her. Let me first start out by saying that season of Basketball Wives, when Jennifer came back and she was going through that court case with that guy from Sweetie Pies talking about getting restraining orders, and she was fearful for her life, and he was she was scared that he was going to abuse her and following her and stalking her. I'm going to tell you something. I did not believe that shit one bit. Something in my spirit discerned that Jennifer was one of those type of women who will manipulate the law in order to punish a dude when she don't get her way. Based on this man telling his side of the story, it looks like Jennifer once again was trying to spray this doggone man. And in an effort to get Jennifer's ass back, Shaunie, Evelyn, and Malaysia have got sucked into this shitstorm of drama. So it starts out with Aaron going to his Instagram and posting a post. His caption says, "A big reason why I started to end things with Jennifer is because she is such an ugly person inside and out. She is engulfed with fame and notoriety. She asked me to be a part her love interest on the TV show. I declined her over and over. Every conversation was about Basketball Wives and downing a lot of women. Some of these women, ironically, being the same ones in her comments supporting her right now. When we would come together, she would be on her phone the entire time scrolling social media, which I thought was very childish. She asked me if I knew someone who could release Evelyn Lozada's daughter Shaunice nudes. I was totally disgusted with her." And here is the screenshot of the text messages, and here's what they read. Jennifer's message says, "I hate these messy bitches. Evelyn made me want to slap the shit out of her. I should have leaked her daughter's nudes. I could have exposed her ass." He responds, "Come on, Jen. Why, when they go low, you go high? Leave her kids out of this and keep it classy." Jen responds, "But I want to break these bitches, baby. All of them, especially Shaunie. She was talking shit about me, saying Shaq cheated on her was a lie. Everyone knows he has kids behind her back." And Malaysia, or should I say ghetto ass LaQuisha, doesn't even have a mind of her own. Whatever Evelyn and Shaunie says, Malaysia hops on board. She licks their fucking pussy. Bitch, before I even move any further, let's dissect this. So here's the gag, right? Whether or not Jennifer has access, a copy of Shaunice, who is Evelyn's daughter's nudes, I think it's fucked up, even in private conversation, that you would even threaten the idea of releasing that girl's nudes. Here is why. Like Evelyn said on Basketball Wives, you had your own relationship with Shaunice and she viewed you as an aunt. Why is it that you would be willing to even destroy somebody who you view like a niece, self-proclaimed view like a niece, in order to get back at her mother? That is a different kind of low. What else is low, bitch? And it's about to become internet scatterbutt. Shaq people! We want to know what other 7 foot, 300-pound kids he got floating around out there. Because, girl, we ain't never got them teased. Now, we know it was some infidelity and Shaq stayed visiting Infidelity, Georgia, in the words of Clarence Carter. But, bitch, we want to know who got the children. Where is the non-disclosure agreement? Shiny people. Fuck that. Sharif. Bring your other brothers and sisters. Is they down here in Miami with me? Because, listen, bitch, I am the queen of Miami. Despite what Trina say, I will get the tea. We want to know where these other kids. Miami people. If you see any big Sasquatch looking kids walking around, please email and take a picture. FunkyDineva@FunkyDineva.com, because we want to know who are these other kids that Shaq has had behind Shaunie's back. And here's the thing with Evelyn and Shaunie and why they should both be mad. Because once again, our tensions with Jen have subsided, and here we go again being swept up in some mess about you talking shit and revealing girlfriend business. Like, honestly and truthfully, Shaunie keep it classy. She was ready to whoop your ass at this party. I low-key think if Evelyn and Shaunie happened to see Jennifer at Red Lobster and she was walking out and they was walking in, they'll probably beat her ass in that handicap spot that be right there by the door. Girl, she'll get up with Cheddar Bay biscuit crumbs all in her hair, everything. You thought it was something when Eric baptized your ass with that apple martini. Bitch, you ain't never been beating breadcrumbs. That's a whole different whooping, especially if it's on a Sunday. You get your ass whooped and the church mothers out there hollering while the ambulance on the way. You hear people speaking in tongues and the ambulance coming down the way. That's just a whole nother level of confusion and fuckery that you don't want to deal with. But oh baby, it gets better. It gets better. Aaron then goes on to post, and here's the part that I really want to address. Jennifer makes it a point to say that she moved to Atlanta behind Aaron. And Aaron makes it a point to say that he was in a relationship prior to Jennifer that he had just got out of. He was not interested in doing anything exclusive with her. They were just kind of kicking it. She says, when I was in LA, you never had time for me, so I picked up and moved to Georgia thinking it would bring us closer together, but instead you say you don't want to deal with me no more. A total waste of time. You make me hate even meeting you. He responds to her, really? Wow, I've been nothing but good to you. I told you not to move here because I knew you wanted a real relationship and I did not want the same things. We can always remain friends and not make it all of that. So in his caption he says, Jennifer moved to Georgia to be with me. I told her not to do it anyway. When I first met her, I told her I was not interested in being serious because I had just ended a relationship with my child's mother and wasn't ready. But she continued to call and text me. It got to the point that I had to block her on social media. She begged me to follow her back. In the past, I admit that I've just ghosted women without explanation and that left them very angry with me, wanting vengeance. But recently, since I've been seeing a counselor, I've tried to be better in how I end relationships with people. This is why I tried to talk to Jennifer face to face about wanting to end it, but she wouldn't take no for an answer. I ended up having to block her phone numbers with an S, bitch, too, and not once did I ask for any car, jewelry, purse, or money back. She threatened to ruin me because I did not want to be with her. Now let me tell you something. I just watched the episode of Divorce Court with Judge Lynn told her the other day when she told a young woman that her mama told her, only let a man tell you he don't want you once. This man done told her time and time and time and time again that he did not want her. And for whatever reason, this light is bothering me. And I know it's bothering y'all on my shirt. That's better. I had to close the blinds. Man had done told her he did not want her. You don't want me no more. That's the Anthony Hamilton. Call me. And instead, you packed up and moved. So let me get this straight. You moved your flamingo-looking ass from sunny LA to country-ass Atlanta with no ring, no form of commitment, and then you were left to fend for yourself and find your own place. Let me tell you something, baby. The only way I would have packed up a maxi pad and moved across the country is if I was moving straight into that nigga house. Okay, Jennifer, this just reeks of dumb and desperation. Then he goes on to talk about a whole bunch of other shit. And here's where she gets very mad and bitter because he didn't want to be with her. She writes, "Fuck you, Nick. You're a total dick. You've been sending mixed signals since day one. All I've tried to do is show you how bad I want to be with you, and I'm glad I see you clearly. You're dead to me. You'll regret this. I'll ruin you." He writes, "Why are you always turning things extreme? I don't want to fight, just want us to be cool. Why can't you respect that?" She writes, "Can you call me? I don't like that I'm in the same state as you, going through hell. You haven't even attempted to come see me in days. That's not cool. When you ask me for something, I do it. I even have to go out my way. You never even sent the list of buildings that I've been asking about for days. I'm just out here on my own for real." He writes, "Shake my head. Why are you complaining about stuff?" And she writes, "I don't give a fuck about any of that. I just want all my shit back. I'm suing your ass and putting you on blast. You completely broke my heart. You were never serious about me, and I kept overlooking all the signs. Fuck you. You'll regret that. I have the power to make it happen." She writes, "We had one or two, but am I exaggerated? I think it's ridiculous you have me blocked and I can't send you DMs, but other people can send you DMs about me. Make it make sense." You know, and then there's just a barrage of other text messages. I will post the link for y'all to be able to see it for yourself. But here's the biggest thing. Jennifer goes on to accuse this man of stealing her Range Rover. He comes out with receipts and says, "How the fuck did I steal this Range Rover? She gave it to me in November and she reports it stolen in April." He then has a receipt where he says, "I paid off the Range Rover that I'm accused of stealing." He says, "For the record, I have spent so much money on Jennifer Williams, it's ridiculous that she would even make these accusations. I have never stolen from her. I dropped the down payment for a Ferrari. I gave her $33,000 to pay off the very Range Rover I'm accused of stealing, as well as giving her tens of thousands of more dollars as gifts too. She did the same for me. Bought me a Bentley, gave me tens of thousands of dollars, paid for vacations and trips. Everything was mutual, and if anybody is out of pocket, it's me. For anybody to say I stole or tricked them into giving me money is ridiculous. I've never stolen a car, washed the title, retagged it, or retagged any vehicle. I don't even know how to do that. I've worked as a consultant middleman in numerous deals. Most were successful, and some fell through, but I've never scammed anyone." So moral of the story is, y'all, we dealing with a situation that he say, she say. I want to say this. It honestly does feel like, based on his text messages, and you can see the rest of them on the link down below, that Jennifer does feel very bitter and is going out her way to ruin this man. The same way she tried to do Tim from Sweetie Pies. I didn't a bit more believe that. Now listen, from the looks of things, it doesn't look like he legally scammed her out of anything. Now, if he sold her a dream and blew smoke up her ass, then yeah, morally he might have tricked her. You know what I'm saying? But I am not of the belief, based on this man's messages and the text messages that he's proven that he sent, that he scammed her. Now, Jennifer wants to claim in a later post that the texts have been doctored, but nah, I don't think that man had enough time to sit down and doctor up that much desperation. Jennifer just always gave me would do anything for a man. Here's my assessment, right? Jennifer come from a little money. Jennifer made lots of money in her divorce settlement, and I heard that she does have some business ventures, not to mention her money that she's made over the years with Basketball Wives, bookings, and everything else. Jennifer, you have accomplished the hardest part in life, which is getting a coin. I hate that you failed on the simplest part, which is finding somebody to love you for you. Jennifer, with your beauty, your status, and your coin, I'm not understanding why it is you couldn't find you a Hollywood talent exec, a lawyer, a Hollywood talent agent, another athlete of age. Instead, y'all go for these street dudes. I don't know nothing about this guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what he does for a living. I'm not even going to assume. I'm just going to say his demeanor gives me that he hustles. Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. It was just dumb, the fact that your ass moved halfway across the country for somebody who was giving you mixed signals per your words. And like I said, you moved cross country, you didn't move into his place. You moved out there and was left to fend on your own when your money and your business is out in LA. Silly of you. And now it feels as if after you don't shell out all this money, you're going out of your way to get retribution against this man for your silly mistakes. Fellas out there, y'all got to be careful dealing with these women. Because these vindictive type, and with her clout and popularity and the fact that he's not even running. He's like, hey, bitch, here I am with the Range Rover. Police, FBI people, here I am with the Range Rover. Here I am. He ain't even running, which goes to show he ain't got nothing to hide, and he obtained that Range Rover legally. I don't know, it's sad. But I want to know what Shaunie and Evelyn got to say about this thing, and I'm pretty sure they'll be taken to somebody's interview or somebody's gram pretty soon to spill the tea. Matter of fact, let me get a hold of Evelyn and see if she'll talk to me. And I'll call y'all hoes back. Bye.